Hi guys, and welcome back from Carly at the Herbothecary, and in today's video we are having a look at my 10 favorite immune boosting system cleansing wild edibles that you can find still available at the beginning of February in the UK. So let's go see what's out there. Firstly, however, the disclaimer. I am not a doctor, I am not an ethnobotanist. I am someone who spent a lot of time researching, so I advise you do your own, but I still ask for help. Don't eat anything if you're not 100% sure. Don't just take my advice, even if I'm not using it. Invest in more than one really good guidebook, and you can always come back to the guys on the Wild Edibles page for extra help. Avoid areas where they may spray pesticides or where dog walkers might be about. Now, first on my list is my absolute favorite all-rounder. It is medicinal and nutritional. All parts of the dandelion can be used. So even though it might be a bit long and laborious, it is well worth taking the time to work around the soil and uproot the root. Belonging to a group of wild medicinals called herbal alternatives, it's believed to boost the production of a natural antioxidant in the system and cleanse the blood and the liver. The bitter flavor to the plant is also believed to help with digestion. High in magnesium and calcium, vitamin K, vitamin E, folate, fiber. Humble dandelion really does have it all. When the stem is separated from the leaves, you will get a white milky substance secreted called latex. It's not likely that we'll find flowers at this time of year, however they can be used in a tea. Now the dandelion comes from the French word dent de lion, which means lion's tooth or tooth of a lion. So we're going to harvest some more of those, and I shall separate the leaves, give everything a good wash. You can see the really good lion's teeth on these ones. So we're going to give these ones a chop. The other ones I'm just going to let dry on an airing board, and then I will powder those and either pop them in capsules or in tea. But these beautiful leaves are going in a soup that I'm making. As my most favorite benefit of the dandelion is its ability to help regulate blood sugar, and we have a diabetic in the house. And next on to our well-washed roots, so we're going to give these a good chop. I'm going to air dry some just for snacks. I'm going to roast others and grind them and make a coffee substitute, and others will be dried and powdered and put in little capsules for supplements for the family. And moving on to number 2 on my list, the stinging nettle. Now, most of them have died back at this time of year. However, you can see some tiny little shoots coming out in some places, and those are the absolute best ones, the fresh tips that we want. Now, as you can see, every single part of this plant is covered in mean little hairs. They have heart-shaped leaves with jagged edges, and each one of those has an evil little hair on it too, and the plant uses these to protect itself by stinging you basically. So avoid contact dermatitis and esophageal irritation by smushing, crushing, cutting, thoroughly drying, holding them over the flames of a fire if you want to eat them raw while you're out, or just cook them. Any heat at all will destroy all those evil little hairs. But it is well worth the effort, as this plant is not only high in vitamin A, B-vits, vitamin C, and vitamin D2, it's also high in potassium, iron, calcium, zinc, magnesium, and manganese. And it's believed to be a tonic for the liver, gallbladder, spleen, kidneys, and lungs. It can stimulate breast milk in lactating women. However, I do add caution to this. It's also an astringent, a diuretic, an expectorant, an anti-asthmatic, and an antihistamine. Taken in small doses, it can reduce the asthma or hay fever effects. I do believe the seeds can be used in a different means, and the roots have been used in men's medicine. However, we are just going to be picking these young tips where all the goodness lies, as these new shoots now contain a concentration of all of those vitamins and minerals. All are good to pick most year round. However, I would avoid picking while the plant is flowering, as they can form these crystals which can lead to kidney stones. I'm going to use the fresh tips in a tea, some more in a soup, and then I am going to dry the others down and use them in capsules again, as with the dandelion leaves and roots, as a supplement. And on to number 3, goosegrass, cleavers, or sticky willy, depending on how you know it. Other than its very distinctive leaf clusters, it is best identified by its ability to stick to absolutely anything. This is the thing that sticks to you as you're walking through the brambles, well, other than the bramble thorns, that is. Juicing this plant or adding it to your soups or dinners is believed to cleanse the system and aid the lymphatic system. Improves the body's ability to flush out toxins, aiding the immune system. It's also believed to help with the urinary tract, the kidneys, and the liver. Externally, the leaves can be crushed and used as a poultice to deal with skin irritations. I don't like juicing it as it irritates my throat. However, I don't mind popping it in with some other herbs and then straining out the plant matter. And if you're lucky enough to come across these seed pods, they can be roasted and then ground up and used much like dandelion root as a caffeine-free coffee substitute. Number 4 has earned its place, not necessarily as a highly nutritious edible. The wood sorrel or oxalis might have some vitamin C in it and be low in calories. However, it does also have oxalic acid. It's often mistaken for the clover. Has a similar set of 3 leaves. However, there's a normally round or slightly pointed at the end. They have a very distinctive white chevron, and obviously the flowers of the clover can be red or white and have a distinctive flume to them, whereas the wood sorrel have very delicate little, usually yellow, sometimes pink flowers. In a desperate situation, I might pick a few of these just for their vitamin C, and they do have some nutritional value. However, their links to causing kidney stones and the ability to inhibit the body's calcium intake or withdraw it from the body, I'd probably avoid this one in my normal daily use. Number 5 on my list should probably be tied for number 1, chickweed, which I absolutely love. I grow it in my garden, but as I have a doggy, I don't eat the ones in my garden. I go forage it wild. It is high in calcium, iron and niacin, selenium, thiamine, vitamin C, and beta-carotene. Also believed to cleanse the organs and aid the lymphatic system. I shall be juicing, cooking with, and just enjoying this one. Number 6 on my list is an unsung hero, the dock leaf. We all know it for its ability to help us as a poultice with nettle stings. However, did you know it's edible? High in vitamin C, beta-carotene, and zinc. And I can attest to this one's ability to help get the bowels flowing. I'm not a big fan of the taste, so I cook it up like spinach. However, I do like the roots done in chunks, so we'll harvest a few of those. Although I've never tried the seeds and they're not about it this time of year, I do believe that they can also be roasted and used as a coffee substitute, but I'm going to pop mine in with some extra bits and make myself a soup. And as the roots aren't very tasty either, I shall turn them into a tincture using a food grade alcohol to pull out the vitamins and minerals that way. Number 7 on my list definitely doesn't get enough credit. The ribwort plantain is not only good for stings and nettle stings. It was known as golden thread for millennia, and very much like, very similar to yarrow's aseptic powder. This can be used as a poultice to dress wounds and keep infection out. But these baby leaves, they don't really have much sap in them now because the plant is putting so much energy into the roots. This one can also be dried out and used as a tea to help with bronchial issues. And as I'm currently full of cold, that is exactly what I'm going to do, along with some dandelion roots, dandelion leaf rather, which is immune boosting. I've boiled the kettle and allowed it to cool a bit. And then I'm just going to pop some hot water on top of that, give it a very, very good stir, and then pop a lid on the top and allow it to steep so none of the goodies escape in the steam, and hopefully in summer they'll look more like this. Number 8 on my list is useful for many reasons. However, there are poisonous varieties, so I only stick to the white pine, and this one that I harvest from I know particularly well. Another warning is do not use this one while pregnant. However, it is highly high in vitamin C and vitamin A, which are antioxidants. It has these small needle-like clusters, normally five needles per cluster. If you have a look at this one. But if you're not sure, don't drink the tea. Use them on your fire in the forest. Now, number 9 on my list is a new find to me, but I wish I'd found it so many years ago. Shepherd's purse is known for its ability to help with things like endometriosis, or a tincture or a concoction of it can be used to stop hemorrhaging. So obviously if you have any issues where you're low bleeder already or you're not menstruating, I'd avoid this one. But not only that, the seeds can be dried, these little heart-shaped seeds can be dried out and used as a flour substitute. It is believed to have benefits to the reproductive and digestive system and is used for postpartum bleeding. It is a urinary, aseptic, and believed to lower fevers. So today I will be harvesting and drying some of the seed pods to try out the flour recipe, and sauteing some of the young leaves in with some chicken. With that chicken, I will be popping number 10 on my list, garlic mustard. Not only because it's tasty, but also because it has a higher vitamin C content, almost 3 times higher than oranges. Is believed to be antioxidant, antimicrobial, and anti-carcinogenic. It helps the liver to detoxify the body, and it can be used with vinegar and wine to make an antiseptic treatment. However, I would avoid this one if you have any thyroid issues. So that's 10 wild medicinals you can still find in the UK at the end of winter. Thanks for coming back to Carly at the Herbathecary. I hope you enjoyed the video.